Shelby Bonnie. I'm the host for Technology for Obama's Innovator Series, and we're here today with Judy Estrin, a serial entrepreneur, one of the most successful and storied persons in the technology industry. So it's such a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you.
So you have written on innovation and the importance of things we need to do in America. I was wondering if you could if there's a couple of things you could focus on in terms of innovation. I think has been viewed as a strategic asset and kind of differentiator for the U.S. But what things do we need to do to make sure it continues to be so?
Right. So we've talked about a few of these things that I'll repeat, and then there's one or two things that we haven't talked about yet. But basically, clearly need to continue to invest in basic research. It needs to be broad across the board because you don't know what's going to be important 20 years from now. The interesting thing is it's not a lot of money. It's a drop in the bucket compared to what we do, but it's discretionary funding, and it often gets cut. So investment in basic research and appreciation for that research and making sure that that research gets connected to the marketplaces is very important. The second is people, talent. Innovation's about people. It comes, you need talented people to have innovation. And there are two areas there that are really, really important. One is education, and that means not just K through 12 education, which I think is the subject of a whole nother series of these that needs help, needs investment, unfortunately, and needs innovation. And unfortunately, with the situation many of the states are in, we're going backwards in terms of investment in education as opposed to forward. So. Education is very important. We've got wonderful higher education institutes in this country. We need to continue to support them. They need to be less expensive. There's a big trend towards how do you integrate online education. We need to do that well, but not be too quick to think that that's a solution to everything. What we haven't talked about is immigration, because yes, we need to train Americans to be innovative, but these are long-term problems fixing the education system. In the meantime, we should have the best talent here. And what we're doing is training people, and then they're going back home. That didn't used to happen. So we should be, I'm one of those people that believe that a green card should be attached to every master's degree, that that we just need to address when I'm talking about immigration, I'm talking about H-1B visas. So talent is an issue, and we have to just be continuing to invest in our people. And then we need to look at our regulatory system, make sure that the right regulations are in place, as I mentioned earlier, to allow disruptive technologies to take hold, but also to make sure that we're protecting consumers. Because the problem is, if you come up with something and it backfires, that actually puts the innovation is anti-innovative. So you really need the right level, smart regulation that is supporting of new innovations, but also provides the protections that you need to be there for the consumer. So those are four areas: again, education, investment in research, immigration, and relooking at our regulatory policies to make sure that they're helping innovation and not stifling them. Are four off the top of my head that I would.
When you look at the U.S. relative to, pick at other countries, China, Germany, India, Russia, other places, how do you think we're doing on a relative basis right now?
So, everybody uses these standard measures, and if you look at education and if you look at testing, we rate way down. But we still, I think, are the most innovative country in the world in most areas. And the reason is freedom. So in the end, the culture of innovation has to come from a culture which is one that is free for people to do oddball things and not be thrown out of the system. One that we develop, one of the reasons I'm so against too much standardized testing is because we don't want to be creating robots as we develop our kids. Our kids start off very innovative, and we take the innovation out of them as they go through the school system. So the basic fundamental culture of America is more conducive to innovation than almost any place else in the world. I can look at other countries that do pieces better. So maybe somebody who does a better job investing in research, or somebody who's done a better job supporting new energy sources from a regulatory perspective. But I still believe it's ours to lose. It's not a zero-sum game. But on the other hand, we do need to be very careful to not say, well, we don't have to be the best. We do need to be the best, because the only way you partner, we need to partner with the rest of the world. It's a global economy. But the only way you partner from strength, or the only way you partner well, is when you partner from strength. Not as a bully, but as a collaborator. And if we lose that position of strength, we lose our ability to partner and lead in the global economy. So I'm worried. But I'm not one of those people who say that, points to other countries and says they are better than us. But if we don't fix it, 20 years from now, I don't think I'll be saying the same thing.
But from your earlier comments, it sounds like President Obama and his team get this, believe this, and are supporting those same things you're saying.
Yes, I certainly believe that. And I believe that if he's not elected, we'll actually go backwards.
Good. Well, that's a good note to end on. So, Judy, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and we look forward to catching up again. So,
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.